Hey guys, Dale here, back with some more The Wild Reach, our latest RimWorld series. I think we're like, I don't know, 20 or 30 episodes deep at this point, so it feels a little strange saying latest, but I've been letting them just kind of build for a while. It is slow going with, mechanoids or constructs being the bulk of our building force. They're just very slow at things, but we have gotten a lot of stuff done. It is the 4th of Jugust. We're on year 5. And so some updates here. We have kind of really built out this Northgate market area. So we have the Northgate Inn up here, which has been there for a little while. We have the Northgate Game Room, so we've given it a name. Traveler's Rest is new, and right now Aaron is staying there. We are stocking it with veggies, and we are making vegetable soup here. One of the reasons for that is I like to try and keep work local, right? So we have the ingredients that the worker for this workbench has right nearby. We are storing the end product of that work right nearby. This gives our pawns that are going to be living out in these areas a place to grab meals and to eat as well. So Traveler's Rest, it's not too much of an inn. I think I might end up sticking a family in here. So like, the parents' bedroom and a couple children's bedrooms. And it'll just be more of kind of a restaurant. So I guess like an inn without all the games and things. I did put some tables here. I think I want to put some decor on the tables. We'll try and, get some more decor going here as well. These stairs are very dark, so let's go ahead and just stick a torch right there. This door is from the Outland Core. It is a pretty beautiful medieval door. So I'm digging this space. I guess our current big project right now is Wildling's Rest. So this is our community cemetery. We'll see if we end up needing it. Hopefully we don't. We do have the mod that lets us do tombs, like wall tombs. So we could do marble tomb. We could do some of these as well to get more space in here. Oh, actually, we can't do it there. We could do that and that. And we'll reserve the tombs for, some heroic pawns of some sort. Let's go ahead and let's just clear all on that for now. And we can't make changes to these until they're built. And then we have a bunch of graves that are ready to go. We have finished construction on the first part of High Hall. I did go ahead and do an update to our ideologian, so we've swapped from kneel sheets to pews, just because this feels more churchy, temple-y, pew-like. So we have our altar up here, we have our lectern, we have our pews. I also put a theater stage in here. I figured it could double as kind of like a performance center. The plans for all of High Hall are much bigger. And so I think I prematurely named Bluefish Manor. We'll see who ends up living in here more permanently. But Marin, as our moral guide, will have him live in here. I guess we'll have a room for their child as well. We might put multiple beds in here just in case they have more children. We do have the therapy mod, so I'm thinking we'll do some some desks up here and some of the little therapy couches. So counseling services happening in High Hall. We'll do a chapel here on the left and then kind of like a community center. So some food storage as well as recreation and dining area. Down here we have named Brixigar Stoneworks and Stone Hollow Residence. So I think we're just going to name this whole area Stone Side. And we are doing something that I kind of like wasn't 100% on doing. And that is we're gonna dig a hole through this wall. I was looking at our plans and I was just like, you know what? This just lines up too perfectly. So we are gonna put a little passage there. We're gonna try and blend it into the mountain a little bit. One of my, this map design is so beautiful. And one of the reasons that we settled down here initially is because it's easy to defend, right? We were able to wall this off. We were able to put a fortification up here. And it's just kind of separate from the rest of the map. And this makes it feel like we're taking a little bit away from it being special. That being said, we're putting the castle gates up, we're gonna have those remain open. And if there were to be like a breach into Cogston, we could shut those gates off and Cogston would be isolated, right? So if a breach happened at the east gate, hopefully we could reroute those raiders up through Fort Fair, which is a little bit more fortified, and it wouldn't be a problem. That being said, we have removed our ideology room here. I think we're going to square this off and make this one big room. We'll use this room for the rest of the fantasy biotech mod stuff. So we will do, you know, their version of a gene lab in here. We'll set up the growth vats. We'll maybe set up death rest stuff. We'll figure it out. I mostly just want to build it just so that we can see it. I don't know if we'll necessarily use all of it. Like, I don't think we're going to use growth vats because I do like our children going to school. That being said, our school is very remote down here. So we'll probably end up moving the school somewhere, maybe next to the lumber yard. What do we have? We have a few buildings planned for there. One of them is about the size of our current school. So we could do the school like right here. Maybe the nursery here, so the school and the nursery are separate, and then maybe this could be like a little table shop. I think that'll be a good plan. That being said, if we remove the school from here, I also want to get some of these other facilities out of here, right? Like all of the meat processing and the leather processing, I feel like feels really out of place in Cogston. We just haven't had the opportunity to kind of like build out some other places yet. So we'll see how that goes. Those are the current plans. Colonist wise, we have made some changes. So you might see these guys were just out taking out a quest site that was launching raids at us. But we have Renee, Irma, and Gray here who were part of that squad. They have been given ranger titles and roles. So Irma is the child of a couple of our founders, right? Bella. Nope. Rhoda and Rin. So not quite our founders, but Rhoda joined pretty early and Rin joined pretty early. And Rhoda is Irma is also the mother of Adamar. So Adamar is pretty special. He is our second generation colonist, right? So Marn being generation 0 along with the other adults and founders that have been part of the colony. Our children, most of these children are all generation 1, including, you know, people like Renee and Irma, Lana and Seamus. But Adamar is the child of one of our children and also the child of Marn's adopted child. So if we take a look at social, Adamar should show up as grandson. Because of that relationship, I have gone ahead and moved Irma into the keep, and Adamar will have a place in the keep as well. House Hess has just arrived. Great timing. Our caravan just came back, right? Where are you guys at? So let's take a look at Harwick. Oh, House Hess basically followed them to Wildhaven. What kind of raid is this going to be? They're going to prepare for a little while. Okay. I think what we'll do then is let's go ahead and animals. Let's get you guys in Wildhaven proper. We do have spitter dryads, so that's what we've done with our latest animatry. It's following Marn around when he's doing field work and when he's drafted. Colonists. Let's go ahead and get you guys just sticking to Wildhaven for now as well. And mechs. Same for you guys. Let's take a look at that zone. So, Wildhaven. Okay, that covers quite a bit. Actually, we can extend this down. It only wasn't covering Farhold Island because the mech cluster was there. So we can say all of that can be Wildhaven. Basically everything behind the mountain wall. I do want people to be ready to get into a defensive position. So we're going to make a new area, and we are going to call this one Prepare. And we'll expand this area. We'll say the Prepare area can be all of this. We can say, yeah, the keep is fine. Maybe this as well. Our base covers a lot of area. So if we just let everyone wander around our entire base, someone hanging out down here isn't going to get up to the defensive line as quickly as I would like. So we do have multiple meal sources in the Prepare area. Some people might lose their like bed assignments and stuff, which will be annoying. But we can work that all out later. Let's go ahead and do all of our adults into the Prepare area. Ivor included. Is the Prepare area good enough? I'll say this is fine. All this. So we'll take up defensive position at Northgate, and the furthest people might be away is Bluefish Manor. We will come back when those raiders start heading towards us. Okay, House Hess is beginning their assault, so they are gonna march down this river towards us, and we are basically in position already. Okay, let's assign some people to Scorpion turrets. Barn, Oric. Let's get you in there. You right there. How is that looking? I feel like that's looking pretty good. Okay. Ivor. Not one gonna be able to reach. It will. Feels. This could go terribly wrong. But we have Alex and Isha at the door, Clay behind them, Bella and Salen along with Orca here. Our first raiders are coming in, and then the children have their defensive area inside the keep. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's just make sure that that's set for everyone. Gonna move you here, and then why don't we actually move you guys to just be like right behind, since it seems like they are coming in from that east side. Oric, I don't think you can see from back there, so move you a little bit. Oric, why don't you do a little bramble maze right there? Okay, Bramble Maze didn't grow on the dirt path, so I think it's just encouraging them even more to stay on the dirt path. Oh, that was insane. They have some kind of mage. A paladin. He valiantly charged into our turret, does AoE damage. Imra, how are you doing? You are no immediate danger, but man, did that look like it hurt. Let's go ahead and hit one of those, and just so that we have coverage down here, we'll hit that one. Okay, they are fleeing, and I think we're good. So animals, you guys are unrestricted. Wrestles, you guys are back in the owlbear area. You guys are all right. Mechs, you guys are unrestricted, and our people are unrestricted. all the way to there. Go ahead and release you guys. We'll release you guys as well. Imra, it looks like you took the most damage. Mateo, you're going to be fine. Dunmore, you'll be fine. Roz, you'll be fine. And Alex, you'll be fine. Okay, survivors. Survivors. We have a few of them that are nearby, so we'll take a look at some of those real quick. Inventor, Sickly, Night Owl. I'm looking for magic classes. Don't see any yet. Erotic. Farsighted. Unaffected by death. Undergrounder. Kind. Okay, I don't think anyone that we really want to bring into the community, so we are all set there. And I think the Northgate, perfect, beautiful. I like that there are like bridges that they have to cross. We might make a change to this bridge. We'll still keep it small, but we might make it out of stone just so that it doesn't potentially have to be repaired constantly. We have other things to worry about, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. Let's go ahead and mark those guys for finishing off. And I think I already hit allow everything. I did. We will take the corpses. We will feed them to the rotwood, which is overgrown with trees right now. So why don't we go ahead and just chop all of that back. We have these set to not be prevent cutting, so things like dragging the cutting tool over won't automatically cut them. We need to manually go in and tell them to harvest or tick this off and actually tell them to cut after that. That being said, while everyone was restricted to this area, they did tons of work on the graveyard, so it's looking almost done. It looks great. We're gonna hold this gate open, and when this one gets built, we'll hold that gate open as well. Well, I just set up a caravan to go out and do some trading, get rid of a bunch of stuff that like dropped during that raid and just things that we'd been hoarding. We have another raid that's come in. They are unusually clever. We have one group down here of, how many are you? 18. And then we have another group coming from up this way of 15. We just set up those defensive positions though, so everyone is on their way. That being said, we didn't have people like restricted to the prepare area, so it is the middle of the night. People are coming from their homes in Cogston all the way up to Northgate, and I think we'll be fine. Do we have some rangers here that can do some of these things? We do. Okay. The north group is fleeing. What is this? Oh, it's a little banner. And the west group is just arriving, being led by a tiefling with, what is this? A military pick. Why are you're really great at crafting. You're really great at crafting. You're an old man, though. And we have good crafters, so I guess I won't be sad if you drop. What is this guy? Three cream? Insect-like type. Okay, and we are good. Everyone can go ahead and stand down. Do we have any interesting survivors? Okay, let's take a look. Energetic. Those depressive. Fisherman? No. You are a warlock. Oh, a warlock. A half-orc warlock? That feels hilarious and appropriate. We don't have a prison set up right now, do we? Oh man. Yeah, like the Farhold is supposed to be our prison. We need some kind of like prison hospital. I think maybe this guy? That's so far away from the front gate. Okay. Let's do some planning adjustments. So if we move you, I guess we could move, well, what if we put you like right here? Like right, like built you into the mountain? Little prison hospital? And then we'll figure out what else we want to build over there. Actually, we could move like all of our airship there. So if we do this, yeah, we could do like 2 airship landing spots right there. I guess we'll keep this one just in case. And we'll do a little prison hospital up here in the mountain. Let's do it like that. Just join into that road right there. We could make it a little wider. Could do this. So this would like temporarily store prisoners. And then once they're healthy, we would move them down to the Farhold. I think that's okay. For now, though, we could just make you a little prison. And Marn, where's that half-orc warlock? Davy. Davy, the half-orc warlock. Go ahead and capture this guy. And we will add you to our list of growing mage numbers. Actually, our list of mages has not really grown much for a few years, so this will be a first for us in a long, long time. Our caravan has arrived at the first named one camp, or village. There's this combat-style blade dancer. I don't think I've had a blade dancer before, or if I have, it's been a very, very long time. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that. We brought that stuff to sell. Take some beer. A bunch of this junk. And a bunch of clothes that we're not gonna wear. Take some gold. Actually, maybe not. Actually, we can take some gold. We have a crazy amount of silver. Oh, and a shield talisman. Okay, gold, shield talisman, combat book, and mithril is what we're getting for them. We'll go ahead and hit accept there, and then we will visit this guy to trade with them. We'll head back home after that. Back at home, we are clearing this spot. We are getting it ready for arcane facilities. So we have our little arcane forge. We're going to move our scribing tables in here, as well as the resources that they're using for that. And then this is all the genetic stuff. So this is the graft forge. This is the gene remover. We got some mutagenic furnaces, which increase complexity. I don't know if we're actually going to make any xenotypes or anything like that, but I just want to see this stuff. We've been having to sell all of our genes that we've collected, just because we haven't been able to store them, and we'll be able to store them on these gene racks now. So I guess this section will be kind of like genetic modification type stuff. Here we'll be doing some magic crafting, and then I might go ahead and move like all of our alchemy over and on this side as well. And then this could be more dedicated research, or, you know, as we expand Mechanoid operations, maybe we do some mech stuff there. Speaking of mech stuff, I think we just have like the last boss to summon, right? So let's go to Artifice. Let's see, we had band dish. I think this will summon the next mech bot. When activated, mech signal attract an ultra heavy feral mechanoid. Okay. If we go to research and constructs, we just have the ultra construct tech. We are able to build assemblers and menders now. So for whatever reason, these weren't showing up on the research, but they did get unlocked. We don't have any mechs assigned to Mateo at this point. Everything's assigned to Brix. Brix, what mechs do we have? We have a bunch of transport spiders. We have 4 farmhands. And we have 7 construct spiders. Yeah, let's go ahead and do another farmhand. We're about to like increase our farm area. Brix, why don't you prioritize that just so that it's with you? And Mateo will do some of these guys, some of the like assault mechs. That being said, I think we just need to summon a bunch of mechs off screen so that we have the chips that we need in order to build these guys, or I could create recipes to add here so that we can like make these chips on our own. Usually when I do mech colonies, I have it so that like once we've researched a chip, we're able to create that chip as well. So I'll have to think about that. That might be something that we'll do, just because it is really annoying. Building a building, calling a mech, waiting for a cooldown, all that stuff, when we could just build it. Well, we just got this quest. We're guarding a prisoner. Construct clusters, 2 exercises will deploy nearby. We'll have 4 crusaders with us. Construct cluster. Land here, land here. Land here. No, I don't think so. Not with all those lakes right there. I think this is the most risky. How long? 7 days. Okay. So this is what we're going to do to prevent a construct cluster from popping up this way. Let's grab... I like this wall style. Let's grab that. And let's get this guy built. Just some buildings over here so that it reduces the likelihood that a construct cluster will land here. I think we can get this built in like 7 days. That's good. What else? Little farmhouse over here. It's a very strange looking farmhouse. There's a lot of space over here. I might redo this so that it's more like a family house rather than whatever that randomness is. That'll stop that. This is going to be a house with a barn attached and a couple bedrooms. Let's do that out of this wall style. And we'll do this building. Okay, grab some doors right here and here. Here. Grab this door. I like this one. Actually, let's change that one to this style. Okay, and then this needs an entry. Do that. Okay, couple buildings. That might be enough to kind of like fear with mechs trying to deploy there. Expand our home zone. Guess we can just expand home zone to all of this. Oh, it's very strange that we didn't have a lot of this in the home zone. Okay, and then the prison that we're building. Yeah, we can pretty much, like, everything behind the walls, basically, can be in home zone at this point. And that's primarily for repairing things, because we have a separate zone for cleaning. Well, we are having our social festival here. Looks like we have a bunch of people that have gathered around the altar, and then we do have people using the pews, so it is kind of nice to see. Hopefully this is a social festival that does really well. Who are we waiting on? Oh, Ivor just got back from Caravan. Oh, it's a conversion ritual. Oh, interesting. Oh, that'll be great if we get him converted. Social, he's halfway there. Perfect. We'll speed through this and then we'll just kind of take a look at the current state of things. Or actually, while they're doing that, we do have some of these facilities built. Like I said, these help increase the amount of complexity that we can make. What I'm seeing here is that, like, the mutagenic furnaces, they require burnable fuel. So like tar, coal, wood logs. The graft forge and the gene racks require a hemogen as fuel, which is pretty creepy. I think interesting as well. I'm not sure about... Maybe we swap the locations just because of the texture issue. It looks like we have to do a rebuild, but insert person so that we could extract genes from them. Not too worried about that. Move this over here and then we'll rebuild this right there so that the texture doesn't mess with... I think it's like overlapping with the angled wall. I'm just gonna forbid this just so that I don't have to like go through the menus later. But we'll get those swapped around. What else is going on? Effective conversion, jump to location. Let's take a look at Davy. He still needs to be converted, but we can do that this way. Prisoner-wise, resistance is pretty low. Ivor should be able to take care of that. And even if we recruit him before he's converted, Ivor can continue still trying to convert him. The pawns are using our new passage like crazy. So, like, probably one of the best ideas that I've had, and I was really kind of struggling with implementing it just because I didn't want to break up this beautiful like little mountain range that we have there. But apparently a really desirable path for them. I didn't think that this would be as desirable a path as it has turned out, but I do see pawns using this passageway to get up into the keep, to get into the Feywood for whatever reason, and that's been pretty good. I am gonna go ahead and make the adjustments to this wall so that it has a proper passage through it. All of our exterior walls have like passageways through them, so this just feels like a little out of place. Well, not all, right? Like we have this exterior wall and we won't be putting a passage there. We have started mining out our little prison hospital. We've also started working on the Farhold down here. I don't really want to like micromanage them too much, so if we're in a situation where we don't get these buildings built and this quest expires, I'm not going to worry too much about the Exalted Medicine and the Rune Weave. That was primarily what I wanted. And the Greater Healing Potions ×9. Okay, I might have them focus on buildings. The Greater Healing Potions, that's just crazy. Other than that, I feel like things are looking great. Like, it looks like such a cool little town. It's growing into such a cool little town. Once we get some of these buildings going, then we'll start working on some of the farmlands out here. And then I think we'll go back to focusing on High Hall and then building out Stoneside and the Strand. I think I would like them to prioritize the Farhold as well. I do want to get this monolith activated so that we can start harvesting some bioferrite. You know, I think we could chop some of these trees down or harvest some of these trees or whatever and get some bioferrite as well, but I don't want to risk losing the only 3 Harbinger trees that we have for the Rotwood. You know, if we could get some more bodies going and these trees could get a bit bigger and start spreading more, I think that would be great. But I think that's going to be it for today. Stop rambling, and we'll see what Randy brings us tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. Sorry about the frog in my throat. As always, until next time, have a good one. Bye.